So many of you guys have wanted me to make a starchy video, so this is the video today. Pretty much what this is, if I could sum it up super quick for you guys, is it has a water reservoir in the top where it can boil it. In the middle, it has a spot where it can drain into a pot. This is also a burner right here on the bottom where the pots sit. And then it has a spot to drain. So that's what the starchy is, but now let me tell you what it can do. Now we have to talk about the two different kinds of pots. So this is the lid. It actually has this place where it can drain water through. We have the strainer, the rice pot, and then the pasta pot. I think that's what they call this anyways. So the rice pot doesn't have any kind of drain at all. And then the pasta pot actually has a little hole here at the bottom and then a little spout down here that actually connects to the drain spot so it can drain water out. And so why you'd want to do that is if you are making spaghetti or something like that, what you would do is you'd have the pasta pot, put the strainer in, and then the lid on top. And then you would put your pasta in there, and then you'd select it for actually to be cooked with the pasta. And then the water would heat up, would go through, and then it would actually boil and then drain, and then actually boil again and drain. So by the time it's all done, your pasta is actually dry in here, ready to go. Dry as in cooked, not soaking in water, but it's ready to go when you set it. So this is really good if you have something with the sous vide and you have everything at the same time being ready to be done. This will actually be ready to be done. Now for rice or anything like that, where you wouldn't actually need it to be drained, because rice, you just put water into it and then it evaporates and cooks in the rice, I don't know. You just get the rice pot and then just put the lid on top. It would pour water through, cook it, you're done. Now the rice pot can actually also be used as a slow cooking pot because it does have that burner in the middle there. And so you could just put whatever you want in here, put the lid on top, and then, let me see if I can demonstrate this. Put the lid on top, and then shut it in there, and then cook it high or low for slow cooking. And then this actually gives you another slow cooker. So with the sous vide, technically you could slow cook 3 different things all at once with partnering with this. Now, one of the reasons why I actually got this whole cooking system is because the starchy existed. I know I'm sounding a little bit like a fanboy at this point, and I do have some reservations with everything. I bought all this myself. I didn't have to disclose within the first minute because I did buy all this myself. Being able to make rice or spaghetti or all different kinds of things, that's what really helps sell this whole ecosystem to me. One of the other things I often do is actually cook potatoes in here as well, whether it's sweet potatoes or just normal potatoes. And you actually do that with the pasta pot. So you just set it up with the pasta pot, the strainer, and the lid, and then you put your potatoes in there. And I actually boil our potatoes, and there's a setting for that. But you could slow cook them as well if you wanted to do that. Man, that is gross. As I'm cleaning this off, I'm actually going to show you guys how I would cook a sweet potato. But if you guys are already done, you got what you needed out of this video, before you leave, just make sure to like and subscribe, because I don't think anyone's doing these videos on the sous vide. And if you want more, just let me know. And yeah. So let me clean this off and then we'll get going. All right, I got my potato, and so we're gonna put it in the pasta pot with the strainer first, and then put the potato in. This is a huge sweet potato, by the way. And then we're gonna put a lid on. Then we're gonna go ahead and open this up, throw in the pot, shut it. And then the next thing we're gonna do is actually pour water in the top so it has enough water to boil it. And then the nice part about the starchy is it'll tell you how much you need. So we're gonna go ahead and select. And then I know it's all the way at the bottom, but we're gonna select potatoes. And then it's a large potato. And then so it's gonna ask how full is the strainer. So the potato comes about halfway up the strainer. So I'm gonna pick about halfway. And then it's just a cooking time. And we're gonna go ahead and click OK. And then this is where it's gonna walk us through. So then you can actually schedule it to be cooked for later or cook it now. We're just gonna go ahead and cook it now. And then it's going to give you a few warnings. Make sure the drain tray is empty, and it is. I just emptied it right before this. And then it's gonna say what to use. So use the pasta pot and strainer with the green handles. So that is in there. And it's actually telling us to fill it all the way up to 3 liters. So I do have a huge jug of water that should fill it up there. All right, and then we're just gonna slap on the lid. And now we're gonna click go. And so it does say that this is going to be ready in 1 hour and 50 minutes. And I know that can sound like a lot to boil a potato, but the good part is this is all for prep. And I think that's what I always remind myself, because this is gonna take a little bit longer to boil the water than if you're doing it on the stove. But I do this way ahead of time, then have it be ready for me exactly when I want it. And so that's why for me, the time doesn't really matter, because I prep for dinner way early in the day. And so this will be ready when it needs to be. So I'm gonna go do something else, and then this will be ready. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like if you want more of this kind of content. If you want more of like sous vide and starchy recipe videos, I'm kind of getting ready to make some of those. So let me know if you still want those, but I just wanted to do a general overview with the starchy because you guys have been asking about that. It's hard to know what kind of video to make about it because there's so much you can do, but I just thought doing an overall video just so you guys can understand what this is. I remember when I was trying to buy it, I didn't understand what this was or how it did it. So hopefully now you kind of understand a little bit more, but I can make some more videos in the future if you guys want me to. I just thought I'd make a quick video since you guys wanted this so much. So thank you guys, and I will see you later.